We're going to take a live look outside of our Savannah camp, and wow, looks like it is going to be a dreary day out there. Storm Team 3 meteorologist Hannah Evans is here with your forecast first. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Tyler. It's kind of the same as what we have been seeing. We see those showers and thunderstorms develop in the afternoon after a warm and muggy morning. Temperatures this morning in the 70s, 74 degrees in Savannah, 73 degrees in Pembroke and Statesboro. And on our Viper radar, we are going to begin to track those rain showers and storms moving into the region late morning, early afternoon. But right now, we're just seeing a few areas of drizzle around Statesboro, up towards Sylvania and Hampton as well. The rest of the area is dry this morning, but this is why we are seeing a higher rain chance or coverage for today. This stalled front is getting a little bit closer to us, and with that we see extra moisture right around that front. So if you are going to be out and about, if you're going to be at the beach, you're going to want to make sure you're keeping an eye on the sky, because we do have a higher rain coverage today compared to the past few days, with scattered rain and storms likely this afternoon. And that's going to keep our temperatures right around average. Won't be too warm out there. We'll be at 86 degrees in Pembroke and Richmond Hill, 87 degrees in Savannah and Beaufort. But like the past few days, we do have a low-end flood risk where we could see a few flood advisories issued or flash flood warnings, which I will talk a little bit more about in just a few minutes. Tyler.
Thanks, Hannah. We're going to start this morning with some developing news. A Waycross Police Department detective is once again facing allegations of assault. This time it's involving his former girlfriend's mother. That officer is now on administrative leave. An incident report obtained by WSAV shows that Detective Mark Horn admitted to punching Keisha Smith once after she allegedly slapped a phone from his hand and charged towards him during a dispute outside of a doctor's appointment for an infant. The report also states that Smith told officers she attends all of her granddaughter's doctor's appointments and admitted to opening the door of Horn's truck during the confrontation. WSAV's Jillian Coles spoke to the mother and the daughter, and we do want to warn you that some of the images and video in this report are disturbing.
Saw Mama standing there covered in blood, and then of course, as soon as I get out of the car, she tells me, he hit me, bud. He hit me.
Kristen Music says she wasn't shocked when her mom claimed her ex-boyfriend, Waycross Police Department Detective Mark Horn, hit her. She says it follows months of custody battles over their 8-month-old daughter and a recent domestic violence claim that Horn abused Music. After an investigation with Waycross PD and the Brantley County Sheriff's Office, Horn returned to work.
Won't let me talk to my daughter at times. He won't send me photos of her. He won't tell me who she's with, where she is, things like that. He doesn't even watch her when he does, or when he's supposed to have her.
Keisha Smith, Music's mom, said she was walking to the child's doctor's appointment on Thursday when Horn came towards her, filming on his phone. She claims when she tried walking towards the car the baby was in, Horn began pushing her away. Smith says she swatted at Horn's phone in his hand and reached for the door handle.
The next thing I knew, I was getting up off the ground. He just had already swung and hit me.
And video of that altercation was posted on social media, along with Music's Facebook Live, showing how law enforcement handled the situation.
Okay.
Is he in handcuffs?
He's heading to the station right now.
He drove himself, didn't he?
We'll be letting another
You
agent
let him drive himself?
We got officers following.
The fact that he did it in a public area like that, in uniform, badge on his hip, my daughter present again. I don't know how much more it's going to take for something to be done about this. Are they going to wait for him to kill somebody on the job, or are they going to wait for him to put my daughter in the hospital next?
That was Jillian Coles reporting. The incident report states that the investigation has now been turned over to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. The Waycross Police Department tells WSAV that Detective Mark Horn has been placed on administrative leave while that investigation continues. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office says it worked alongside federal and state partners in a coordinated immigration enforcement operation that happened in the Low Country Friday afternoon. Deputies say the focus was on locating individuals who have already been ordered removed from the United States by a federal immigration judge and had not complied with those orders. Officials say local deputies weren't leading the operation, but instead helping support federal agents with coordination, safety, and logistics. We are still waiting to hear back from federal officials about yesterday's operation. The city of Hardeeville announcing that more improvements are coming to Highway 278 over the next few weeks. Construction will begin the weekend of June 7th at the intersection of Latitude Boulevard, and it's expected to be done by June 26th. Now, people traveling through that area should expect lane changes and some minor travel delays. And in an effort to reduce daytime traffic impacts, that work is going to take place between 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Well, some restaurants in Savannah still aren't being honest about where they're getting their shrimp from. They claim it's locally caught in the United States when it was actually farmed in other parts of the world. That's according to a study that's done by CD Consulting, and it was released this month. It showed that out of 22 dishes tested in Savannah, 12 restaurants claimed to be serving local shrimp when they actually were serving farm-raised imported shrimp. They found that 41% of tested dishes contained real American wild-caught shrimp. Some tested restaurants served farm shrimp in past studies and are now serving us caught shrimp, but others were reversed, with them now using imported shrimp. One coastal, Georgia shrimper Zach Wood feels places that claim to serve locally caught shrimp but actually don't are stealing from local shrimpers.
When restaurants sell the idea, that, the pictures of boats on the wall, they're on the water, when they sell that idea to the consumer, people come in, they think they're getting our product. And when it's not our product, you're basically stealing, you're stealing from us because you're devaluing our product. People think they're getting our shrimp. It's not. It's from India Pond or whatnot. So it definitely hurts us.
State Representative Jesse Petrie spoke on the subject to WSAV. He says he wants to emphasize that the consulting company did not test every restaurant in the Georgia coastal area and says that some restaurants that were not tested do serve local shrimp, even if they did not make the list the company provided. WSAV is your local election headquarters, and President Donald Trump is weighing in on South Carolina's race for governor, publicly endorsing the state's current Lieutenant Governor, Pam Yvette. In a post on Truth Social, Trump called Yvette a highly respected and very popular Republican, saying she has been a strong supporter of his political campaigns. Trump pointed to Yvette's business background and current role as Lieutenant Governor under Governor Henry McMaster, saying she has the experience to lead the state. Yvette faces a crowded Republican primary field that includes Congresswoman Nancy Mace, Attorney General Alan Wilson, Congressman Ralph Norman, State Senator Josh Kimbrell, and businessman Ram Reddy. And new polling shows the GOP primary for South Carolina's next governor is in a dead heat. The Atlanta-based Trafalgar Group surveyed more than 1,100 Republican voters between May 21st and the 24th. And according to the data, 19.9% support current Lieutenant Governor Pamela Yvette. 19.4% plan to vote for Attorney General Alan Wilson, while 19% want millionaire businessman Ram Reddy.
It's so wide open right now that anybody, it's like a horse race, can win by a nose here. Just stick that nose out at the right moment.
Meanwhile, Congressman Ralph Norman came in at 15.9%, with Congresswoman Nancy Mace right behind with 14.6%. Other candidates like State Senator Josh Kimbrell are sitting in the single digits. And early voting in South Carolina is seeing record turnout for the primary election. On the first day of early voting, there were about 56,000 votes cast. That's a new first day record for a primary election in the state. And around 120,000 votes have been cast so far this week. Early voting is now through Friday, June 5th. Primary election day will be June 9th. And for more information on the races and candidates both here and ahead of Georgia's runoff election, which is happening next month, just visit WSAV.com/electionHQ.